what's the point of having a story if we're not going to hear it?
Alright, so like I like to eat chocolates and ice creams and candy and stuff quite late at night. And what happens is I feel like they're probably not, but I feel like the cashier is judging me for my poor life decisions. And so what I normally do is to soften the blow, especially if there's not a self-checkout, like if it's a person behind the checkout. There's this trick you can do if you're a guy, is you put all the stuff you're going to buy, your candy, your chocolates, your ice cream, and then on top of it you place a single box of tampons. And then you give the guy like a, what are you going to do kind of look. And you go from like piece of shit eating ice cream at 10 o'clock to like amazing boyfriend.
Quite expensive, eh?
The hard part is explaining to people why you've got a whole room in your house full of completely unopened tampons. The part that I got carried away is what happened was I moved a few years ago. I moved to I used to live in the city, but I moved out. And the supermarket doesn't have. It doesn't have self-checkouts. It's a small town one, and it's always the same guy working every time. Clive, as I later learned his name was. And what happened was, I did this trick a few times, and then one time he stopped me and he was like, "Man, you're a really good boyfriend." And he said, "But you should try this brand." He recommended me a better brand. He says, I got a teenage daughter and she says it's the best. And so like I felt too awkward to correct him, so I just kind of went along with it. And he started, like, over the subsequent visits, he asked me more and more questions about my relationship, and I just made up this imaginary girlfriend. I told her she was tall and blonde, and her name was Chelsea, and you know. And then one day I was buying a bunch of toys as well as my usual stuff, and he was like, "Have you got a little one on the way?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "I recognize that look. That's the look of a scared first-time father." And then he starts giving me real good advice, like just enjoy the times with them when you're young. You're going to be angry. You're not going to sleep. You're going to hate them at times, but just enjoy it goes by like that. They're going to be grown up, and just spend time is the most important thing you can do. Spend time with them. That's one thing that money can't bring back. And it's like amazing advice, right? And I still didn't correct him. And then more time went past, and then he starts asking me what preschool I'm going to send the child to, and I've got like no idea. So I staying up late researching schools just because like he kept asking me, and I was like, I don't know. And he's like, "It's coming up, man. You got to research these things." And then what happened was more time went past again, and then I fucked up. I went in with a real girlfriend one time, and she's like quite short and has black hair. She's Asian, so obviously not my wife that he thinks exists. And I saw him kind of, and then he just. And to this guy's credit, Clive's credit, he did not say anything. He didn't squeal on it. You know, he's a solid guy. He's rock solid, Clive. But the next time I went through, he was like, "The fuck is wrong with you? You are going to fuck your whole life up. You've got a beautiful wife and child at home. You're hanging out with this skank. Hey, Clive, take it easy, man." And he said, "Nah, you're hanging out with this dirty bitch here. Look at this fucking home wrecker." I'm like, "Take it easy, Clive, take it easy." And he said, "No, what are you doing? You're going to fucking throw everything away. You've worked for all these years." And I panicked at this point, and I was like, "Oh, she divorced me and took the child." And they moved to Gore. And he's like, "Fuck that. You need to move to Gore." Like, if this child is important to you, you got to fight for you got to fight for your family, man. It's important to you to be in this child's life. My father left when I was younger. Took a little piece of, he's giving me like real solid like advice here. And so he's telling me you need to quit your job, move down, and you got to be in this child's life no matter what it is. And at this point I caved, and I was like, "Look, Clive, I got to tell you something. That whole family thing that I've been talking to you about, it's not real." And he goes, "I know. I played bowls with your granddad. He told me everything. I just wanted to see how far you would take it." That's that story, guys. Kevin.